I'd like to welcome you back to my channel, where the goal here is to help you free your mind, help you to get your mind to the point where you can think something and make it happen. If you struggle with motivation, this one is for you. If you struggle with taking control of your mind, this channel is for you, and I invite you to subscribe right now. It's because you've been a victim to your thoughts, when you should be the master of your thoughts. You should be able to take your thoughts and project them in the direction you want, and then physically take the action to get there. That's what dreaming big is all about. You think it, and then you move towards it. Now, one of those things that usually stops everybody, including me, is this idea of motivation. Now, I'm going to tell you really quick what motivation is not. Motivation actually isn't as temporary as everybody thinks it is. It really isn't about bridging the gap between motivation and action with discipline. It's actually about something a little more simpler than that. It's a concept called flow. Have you ever heard of that? I want you to understand and think of motivation as energy and discipline as a foundation. You need both of those things. And when you truly know how your mind works, you can have them in spades, because motivation is all about picking your energy up and then maximizing on whatever you do during that time frame, but understanding that that is temporary. And discipline is about being able to slowly trudge forward when you're low on energy, despite how you feel and despite if your thoughts are trying to bring you in the other direction. So on this video, let's talk about how you can get yourself into flow, which is essentially the highest level of motivation, because you're doing something, you're taking a focused, powerful action without thinking about it, and you're so focused that you lose track of time, that you get more done in less time, and you are having the time of your life. It feels absolutely euphoric. So here we go. Let's talk about how to get you into flow. So getting into flow, number one, try to eliminate as many distractions as you can. Understand that to be in flow, you can't be like the dog that chases a squirrel. You can't be that way. You have to have the ability to pick a target and focus on it, and that is extremely hard to do when you have to multitask. You got your phone notifications going off, or you know somebody's going to come in and bother you, or you know that this deadline is coming up and you're worried, and all these different things are combating you. You don't have to eliminate all of them, but whatever is within your realm of control, you have to start removing that for a predetermined amount of time. And that could be like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. You decide how long you want to test this out for, because every brain is different and flow is dependent on that. So this is a self-exploration. Number one, eliminate distractions. Number two, pick the tasks that interest you the most, that you know are going to help move you towards your dream. Break those down into steps. That's how you can get yourself to be even more focused. Break down those complex tasks that you know you're going to have to get done to make your dream happen into smaller, simpler tasks. Get it organized in your head, or put it down on paper so you know what to do. Because like I said, when you get into flow, you're basically like a horse raging forward. Somebody has control of the reins, but they're not really picking the direction. You're heading towards that target until you come out of that state. Number three, as long as you've eliminated distractions and you know what you're going to work on, find a way to pull that energy out that gets you going and gets you into that state. It's called an anchor, and it can be many different things. I've taught clients how to just put these two fingers together, and they gain this feeling of power, this feeling of being unstoppable. And with that feeling, with that powerful emotion, they start taking action and they get into the flow easily. You can do other things. I have a small trampoline in my office. If I jump on that for 2 minutes, my blood gets pumping. I even start to get a bit of an adrenaline hit, and I start to feel energized. And then I sit down and I get to work, like I'm talking to you right now. That's another way to get into flow. Some people can put on headphones and play music that inspires them, music that makes you feel something, music that makes your goosebumps rise. and that will help you get into flow. Bonus points if you can find a way to combine all of those things, but find what's called an anchor to get you into a great state, a great emotional mental state, and then from there, the last thing is go. Take off and make things happen. Now what I want you to understand is a quick disclaimer: it doesn't last forever. When you get into flow, you get so much done, but it is mentally taxing for you. Mentally taxing. So once you get out of the state, you have to do something purposefully to get rest, something purposefully to chill, something less intense for your brain so that it can recover. Or guess what your brain will do? It will take the rest for you. And taking the rest for you can be in the form of you just passing out, taking a nap, falling asleep at your desk, dozing off. That will happen because it needs to recover the energy, the calories that were burned to give you that level of high performance. But here's the good news: the more often you practice this, the less often you need to rest. So that should be exciting enough for you to start trying this today. So understand that it's temporary, but once you get enough rest and you feel energized, which you'll learn what that feels like as you keep playing around with this, you can sit down and keep doing it. Now you're moving like a high performer. You're maximizing your ups and you're resting on your downs to make sure that you make maximum progress. So for those people that think you have to hustle and grind 100% of the day, understand that that's not the way to get the most done. Flow is the way to get the most done. If you try to begrudgingly grind through your entire day, eventually your performance will fade. It's inevitable because you're not a freaking machine. No matter how much you've trained, you still have to balance things with rest. Why do you think everybody runs off of a circadian rhythm? The natural ebb and flow, the up and down, where you're tired and then you feel energy, where you naturally get to the point where you're ready to rest at night, but you're able to be energetic and awake during the day. You have that natural rhythm because your body understands that it can't go forever. It has to have chances to recover. So if you got some value from this, smash that like button, because I'm going to keep dropping videos like this every day, and I'm only going to get better. And I want you to be there to catch these gold. I hope to see you soon.